Hi everyone, I'm in Kennebunkport, Maine. I'm right outside George Bush's house, which is to the left behind some walls and stuff. But this is the ocean, and I want to talk about things that block your consciousness. Eckhart Tolle said that the things that blocked his consciousness turned out to be the things that actually helped him engage in it more fully, right? Because when things present a lot of resistance within you, that often means that there's something within you resisting that the thing themselves end up reflecting externally. Like, let's say, for example, I hate stoplights, something crazy like that, right? That means there's some resistance within me, something in the universe that I'm not accepting of, something that I don't like, that makes some visceral reaction within me that makes me very upset. That's happening internally. But it shows itself through stoplights. See? So the thing that's precluding me from experiencing and living my life in the way that I'm thinking is stoplights. But it's actually not. It's actually me. Right? So the stoplight, in a way, alerts you to the fact that you need to work on yourself. It alerts you to the fact that there's something missing internally. So in that way, the things that are precluding you from living your life fully and so forth can be the very things that, when you stop resisting them, alert you to the fact that you need to open up and be more accepting, be more understanding, be more tolerant, in a sense, of the totality of things around you. And it makes you more inclusive, more encompassing, and more able to engage in a free flow of life than it would be otherwise. So, what? Yeah, that's looks like a very old school boat, right? Yeah, but it's an old school sailboat, right? Like, it looks like
It's like a high class, sailboat that you get,
yeah, definitely.
sail up the coast of
Right. After I finish this, we should actually just sit and just stare for a minute at the ocean. Like John F. Kennedy said that when we look at the ocean, we feel something because we're connecting from the place from which we came. You know, if you go back millions of years, the single-celled organisms, they evolved. They evolved into things that had feet. And the people, sea animals with feet could then climb onto land. Then they developed, from gills, they developed lungs. This was a macroevolution over the course of a long time. And then, whatever. And then here we are now, right? Living in this very advanced society. So I think the next step in evolution is there's going to be physical changes, obviously. Those happen automatically, but I think it's an evolution in consciousness. An evolution in being more accepting of things. Having less resistance, in a sense. Now, this doesn't mean not to stand up against things that are wrong or to lose your ability to discern and judge. But it does mean to be able to appreciate them beyond the lens of judgment. So, like, let's say there's something that's bad that I don't like, right? I'll judge it, certainly. But then there's a deeper level too, which is that some person is acting based on their life experience, their knowledge, so forth. There's a deeper thing to understand than simply my judgment of that's wrong. And I can still oppose it, but I have a deeper understanding too. See? So that's what I have to say about that. Oh, no. So basically, when you have a very variegated and diverse type of life experience, things enter your subconscious that lead to greater things. So my friend and I were driving down the coast and we're listening to the White Album by the Beatles. And he noticed what he thinks is a harpsichord, which is some instrument from the 1100s, 1200s, right? How did the Beatles get their hands on that? How did they think of that, right? Well, I mean, they just experienced a lot of things. They'd read a lot of books, they'd seen movies, they'd listened to music, and then these things entered their subconscious over a long period of time. Then in the White Album, which they made in a meditative space, they had the idea to put a harpsichord. What song was it on? Do you remember? Yeah, one of the songs. There's so many songs. And there's another song, Martha, My Dear. It sounds like an 1800 song, right? Even that phrase, Martha, My Dear, right? Then Piggies. It sounds like... What did Piggy sound like? Like a circus song? No.
No, like medieval.
Yeah, it sounded medieval.
It was on that side.
Yeah, the harpsichord is on piggies, right? It sounded medieval, right? Helter Skelter sounds like a hard rocker. Back in the USSR, it sounds like the Beach Boys. You see, all these things in a variegated, diverse way turned into the White Album. So, in addition to the things that block your consciousness opening you up, ultimately, it's also a matter of everything you experience playing into who you become. Every moment is precious. Every moment adds up. Every moment is a step along your path. And that's why, like on this trip, the Bush's house is out of our way slightly, but I decided to go to it. We got one look, and then someone came out, and we left. And but it's nice. It's a cool thing to experience. You know, it's a piece of history in a sense. You know, 2 presidents lived there, and now we're here by this beautiful thing. Looks like the scene of Jaws. You know, and strangely enough, actually, in Maine, a great white shark killed a girl 2-3 weeks ago, bit her in half. It's not normal to happen up this far north because the water's so cold, but it happened. You know. So anyway, those are just some thoughts about consciousness. Hope you enjoyed it.